Born, build or destroy. God, equality, power, culture, understanding, wisdom, knowledge, cipher. Get excited. This podcast was brought to you in part by Merch Life Publishing.
You already know. What up, y'all? How you feel? It's Merch Life J, motivational, inspirational speaker for parentpreneurs across the globe. This is the Motivision podcast, man. Now, we're doing something extremely new, extremely exciting, something really extravagant here, man. So I have a co-host now, and this is my good friend from the tribe, man. I want him to come in here and give his perspective, give the other end of things, because we don't always agree on everything, but I think that it's good that we can have two people having a conversation without it being an argument, and just to give y'all a different perspective on some things, man, because we come from a different background. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself and talk about where he's from, what he do, what his mindset is. So here's my co-host, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, Alexander. You already know.
All right, y'all. What's up, y'all? So my name is Elijah Alexander. I'm the CEO of the Alexander brand. That's my brand, my skincare company, tech company. Is everything in one. So, I mean, if y'all want to check it out, go to www.thealexanderbrand.com. I'm a real estate agent in Florida. So I sell real estate for anybody, if you out here, you need something sold, or you're trying to buy something, I got you. I'm a college student, and that's pretty much, I'm a worldwide entrepreneur. I'm heavy into tech. So anything having to do with tech, like, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, building websites, building Shopify websites, anything having to do with software development, that's me. That's all the type of stuff I do. I do research on that stuff every day, whether it's Ethereum, on Bitcoin, you name it. I'm heavy in the tech world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Heavy in the tech world. Y'all heard that, man. So, we got a lot of things that we're going to be discussing on this next season. A lot of people we're going to bring through. You know what I mean? A lot of things that are going to be going on, man. I just want to know. I want to know from my co-host, what do y'all think? What do you think? What do you think, E? What do you think is the first thing that people want to hear when it comes to us? Because I'm all about the merch. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of different avenues as well. So like I said, it's like 18 different topics that I could think of. What do you think? What do you think we should talk about first?
As far as what's been going on in the news, or
current events, entrepreneurship, any of those lines.
Well, definitely. I think we definitely did cover the thing that's been big for the past week, the baby.
Yes, sir. We gotta talk about the baby, man. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just put it out there. I mean, my opinion is that y'all want to get tapped into new episodes of the Motivision podcast, please text podcast to 215-608-5670. You already know. I feel like if anybody, I don't care if you white, black, hetero, homo, whatever you identify as, if you feel as though no one has the right to speak their mind or their opinion about your situation, I feel like it should be an even spectrum. I feel like if a gay person says something about being gay or whatever, and they expect no one to talk about it, then they shouldn't say anything when other people say that, hey, I'm straight, or, I'm not gay, or whatever, or I like raccoon fur on my pillowcase. Like, who cares what you do? You know what I'm saying? I really more so am worried about what it is that I do, and the only time I'm worried about what somebody else does is if what they're doing affects me. You know what I'm saying? So how you feel about what he said?
I feel like what he said, in regards to what he said, I don't feel like, first, like the disclaimer, like, I mean, I don't really care, anybody, you do what you do or whatever. I just I don't promote that type of lifestyle. But right. In regards to the baby, like, I don't feel what he was saying. I don't feel like he was being homophobic when he said what he said. Because if people who actually go to concerts, if you actually been to a concert, people, celebrities, they say stuff like that all the time just to interact with the crowd, or like to, if the crowd is dead or whatever, they'll say like, you know, if you don't got an
Basically get them
STD,
up.
put your hands in the air or scream or something like that.
Yep.
So I don't necessarily think he was being homophobic or anything like that in regards to that. I don't even think he meant no harm about it. But I think they just taking it to the extreme, saying that, you know, his comments were homophobic. And then my thing is that, you know, he had apologized the first time. He apologized like the day before, and then everybody, they trying to make it a big narrative that he's homophobic, this, that, and the third.
Yeah,
When that
man.
wasn't even the case.
I feel like homophobia is not based on whether you are like whether you are in agreement or not with someone else's lifestyle. Like homophobia is really used really loosely, no pun intended. It's used really loosely nowadays because people will be like, oh, you don't like my sneakers? They're rainbow sneakers. You don't like them? Oh, you're homophobic. It doesn't mean I'm homophobic just because I said I want to eat these apples instead of these oranges. Does that mean I'm orange phobic? No, that doesn't mean I'm afraid of oranges. Like phobia means to be afraid of something. That's what it means.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even if somebody is in strong dislike of something, I'm not going to tell Donald Trump you're blackophobic because you want better for your race, for the people that, you know, look like you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Because if it's me and Donald Trump in a room and I got to choose between me and him, I'm not going to choose him. So why would I expect him to choose me? You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I don't see nothing wrong. Like it's survival at the end of the day. So when people say you're homophobic because you don't agree with my lifestyle, it's like, bro, does that make you heterophobic because you don't agree with mine? Like, I don't have to agree with yours, but you go do what you do. But that doesn't mean I gotta agree with. Like, vegans don't come up to people that eat beef and say, yo, bro, if you don't switch sides, then you know, if you don't switch sides, then we're never gonna serve you salad again. Like, we're not gonna give you any salad because we know you're gonna put bacon on top of it. Like, that's dumb. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. It doesn't matter what you go do with your salad. As long as you didn't bring the bacon in here and affect my salad with that bacon, I'm cool with you eating bacon, bro. I'm gonna tell you that, you know, I don't eat bacon, but I ain't gonna tell you that you should, you know, stop eating it or whatever. And I think that's
one thing I say. I also think one thing that I noticed in regards to, you know, the LGBT community, and just like looking at the whole situation, like within the past few days, it's like, you know, festivals, they're quick to, you know, banish or get rid of somebody who are saying comments that what they say is homophobic. But then, you know, they book all of these rappers and all of these entertainers who talk about killing, murder, sex, drugs all day long, and it's not an issue. But I mean, as soon as it's, you know, assume, or they make the assumption that it's talking about, you know, the LGBT community, now it's a problem. Now, you know, they want to start canceling people. But it wasn't an issue, you know, when you having rappers like Pooh Shiesty, whoever talking about murder, kill. Exactly.
anybody. It's like this, bro. It's slavery 101 because you got the music industry that thrives off of telling the youth of one nation that it's okay to do these destructive things. You're basically promoting for our children to do things that you would never allow for your children to do. And at the same time, canceling or discouraging or discarding or actually taking money from anybody that says anything against the things that you are for. Meaning, if I say white people this or kill Jews that or death to Christianity or this or that on the radio, they're gonna cancel that. They're not gonna play that on the radio, and I might face some type of criminal charge or something for a terroristic threat or inciting a riot or in some way they will find a way to bring me criminally to justice, right? And if they can't, like the baby, they'll just say, well, we'll make sure you don't make any money. But why is it okay when somebody says shoot that nigga in the head?
Exactly.
And they're like, yeah, we want you at the concert. Oh no, you said you don't like gay people? Yeah, you can't perform here. But everybody else that's talking about shooting and killing and popping mollies and thought shit and all that stuff, they all can come. All of them, they can come. Meg, Cardi, Offset, Lil Baby, they all can come, but the baby said no gay stuff, so he can't. That's
exactly.
that's weird, right? isn't that strange? It
And
just
then,
lets
like,
you know the motive of the music industry is, though.
It's the context. Like, even going back to what he said in regards to the context, he wasn't saying anything homophobic. Basically, he was saying that, if you weren't in the parking lot, basically selling yourself for money, sexual services for money, I mean, put your hand in the air. I mean, now it's not necessarily homophobic.
See, I see where you going with it, but I think it was, and I stand strongly on the fact that I think it was directed towards gay males, not anybody else. I think it was directed not just males. It was directed towards gay black males, because I believe what happened right before that, didn't like a audience member like grab his leg or something like that? Didn't something happen?
One of them threw somebody threw a shoe at him and he dodged it.
Yeah. Okay. But was it a gay dude though?
Nah, I'm not sure. Yeah.
All right. See, on one story I read that what he said was incited by the action of an audience member who was the homosexual, and the baby was like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. You a fan and all that, but don't touch me, bro." Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool, like stuff like that. So I thought that what meant, that might have been what happened, but I only read that story in that one place. That's why I asked before I spoke on it. But regardless, I don't feel like it was homophobic, but I feel like it was directed at homosexuals on purpose, intentionally. Because what he said was, if you're not giving fellatio to another male in the parking lot, and make some money, right? I mean, then not make some money, then make some noise, right? So it's funny to me how if you say something like that, it's looked at as wrong. But if you standing up for yourself as a gay man, if you standing up for yourself and you're saying, "Hey, I do this, and this," because even in battle rap on the URL, the biggest battle rap stage there is, they have a gay man rapping now, and he was battling against a female. He told the female that he would perform fellatio on her man or her father or something and spit his kids in her face. So to me, I was like, okay, that's disrespectful. Okay, that's a battle bar. But at the same time, I don't want to hear that. Yeah. Why don't I want to hear that? Because as a heterosexual male, I just don't want to hear that. It's like, it's stuff that I don't want to imagine. So why would I want to hear it? It's just like you telling me, bro, I fried up the crispiest, greasiest bacon sandwich all day. I get the same feeling hearing that. I get the same feeling that I don't want to hear that feeling of being uncomfortable. And it's not because I hate when people say, if you're against being gay, or if you're not okay with you doing sexual activities, that means you're homophobic or you're uncomfortable with your sexuality. That's not true. That just means I don't want to hear that. I can be uncomfortable with your sexuality and be still comfortable with mine. And let me explain that, because people will say, well, if you're so worried about gay people, then that means that you must be down low. You must be gay on the low. That's not the case at all. Because if I put a female in a room full of men and they're talking about smutting women out and doing all this dirty stuff, stuff that men talk about when women aren't around. If they're talking like that, is that woman really going to be able to sit there without cringing? Is she really going to be able to sit there without defending other women?
And I think that goes back to some of the things that Kevin Samuels was saying in regards to whenever there's a black man, or whenever it's a heterosexual black man standing up for himself or whatever, or saying something that the public deems as homophobic or offensive, the first thing, or even saying things about women that they don't agree with, the first thing that they try to come up with to tear him down is that, oh, you're gay.
Yeah, but they use it as you being torn down, which confuses me, because they use it as an insult or a tear down for you. Yet, if the first time they saw you, you were that way with no remorse, if you were speaking in your truth, like they say.
Exactly.
If you were approached by a gay man that didn't say anything about not being gay, you would praise him and be happy about him and tell him he's, oh my God, I'm so proud of you for doing that. Yet when a strong heterosexual man says something against being gay, it's now an insult that you're gay because you said that. It's like, bro, what do you like gay men or not? Like, I'm confused about that. You know what I'm saying? So they must all believe in their hearts that you're heterosexual. Otherwise, calling you gay wouldn't be disrespect.
Facts. Yeah, facts. But I do think, he I support him for, standing his ground, and and for I don't feel like he should apologize again, because even with him apologizing again, they're still removing him. I just seen that they still removing him from other festivals. So it's not like
yeah, they're gonna continue to do that though. I look at it like this, man. Listen, we are all we got, but that's okay because we all we need. So let's just focus on us. And let's not worry about, like, if we're, like my brother says, Sincere Love to God said on his new album, by the way, y'all need to go get that. I already know Master Elements presents The Sword and the Shield, man. Go get that. Go get that. Sincere Love to God on Instagram. You already know. But like he said on his album, man, we all we got and we all we need. So let's focus on us. We can't be too focused on what other people or other cultures think about us, because if we're controlling our narrative, it doesn't matter what the news is saying. Yeah, they're gonna say we violent. Yeah, they're gonna say, everybody's a criminal. Any black organization that ever was formed got demonized and its leader got criminalized, right? And that's been proven countless times, and they still trying to do it to Farrakhan. So come on, man. Like I don't even acknowledge what other people say when they tell me they're like, you should do this or you should do that. I'm like, how that's working for you?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You telling me to do something that ain't worked for you, and you've been doing it for 30 years. You've been doing it all my life. Why would I follow in your footsteps and you're still struggling? You've been struggling since before I was born. You gonna look at me and tell me to go do what you did? That don't even make sense. Yeah, bro, that's a trigger for me if you couldn't tell. But yeah, man, like that's annoying.
Yeah, that's a perfect segue though into another topic. Talking about, I guess that overall topic would be breaking generational curses or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, certain older people basically telling you that you should do this because this is what they did not have a chance to do, or this is what society has conditioned. Exactly.
Yeah. And that's funny. That's hilarious because, ain't nothing wrong with you going to college. Ain't nothing wrong with you going to school. It's definitely nothing wrong with you furthering your education or your expertise at a skill set. My thing is that once you get that, you got to use that. And you can't stop with that. Just because I know how to write or publish a book doesn't mean that's the end all be all. I'm going to just do this for the rest of my life. No, man. We got to move on to film. You know what I'm saying? We got to move on to reality augmentation, AI. It's a whole bunch of things out here that people haven't discovered yet because they so stuck on what they think they know, or so stuck on what they think they put in so much work to learn. And it's like, bro, I feel like you're gonna be a student forever. Life does not stop teaching you, and if you stop learning, you're dying. You're dying.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. You say you feel the same way?
Yeah, I feel the exact same way, like, because even with me, I got a free opportunity, get my first 2 years of college paid for. And at the time, it was good for me because at the time, I wasn't doing nothing. This is before the tribe. This is before I was doing anything. I was just chilling. So, at the time, it bought me some time, to, get acquainted with the ABS tribe, learn some new skill sets. Develop myself in real estate, as well as learning avenues in tech, and actually getting into that world and seeing like, hey, this is what I actually like. So it kind of bought me some time, but I also know that this ain't the end all be all. Like I still gotta learn how to do this. I still gotta have a backups for what if I do get a degree and then another pandemic comes up. And then I get fired. Where my money gonna come from then? What I got to do then?
Yup.
How to say something? Exactly.
And Will Smith said that. He said, it shouldn't be no such thing as a plan B if you got a plan A. And that's just a quote. But if you look up that conversation that he said that in that conversation, he actually was talking about a plan A that has several parts, that has so many parts that you never get to go to plan B because your plan A, because your plan A has a foundation, and then it has something you build off that foundation, and then it has something you build off of that build, and then it has something you build off of that build as well. So your plan becomes a tree, and it's like I can't go to plan B because I'm still growing plan A. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what you're doing there, bro. I like that. I like that. Yeah, man. And if you think about any video game that you've ever played, I don't know, do you game a little bit?
I used to, not like as often as I do now. Like I don't do it as often as I used to, but I used to game a lot.
Well, any game besides GTA 5, because that game really never ends. If you if you play any game and you notice that once you get to the end and you complete all of the missions or the goals or whatever, yeah, there might be some side stuff to do, but it's like really boring playing a game that you beat. It's really boring. Like you're gonna want to turn it off and like go ride your bike or like you're gonna end up finding something else to do. And I say that to say that when people get educated and they feel like, you know, they at the top of their game or they beat the game or they're finished or, you know, it's like the same analogy. Why would you stop there? Why would you continue to play the same thing that you've already beaten so many times? Why not stretch yourself? Why not expand your skill set to do the next thing that whatever your lane is or your expertise is not doing? You know what I'm saying? Because this is podcasting. Once we master this, you already know we're gonna own a radio station. We're gonna have magazines. We're gonna have, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, y'all was in the Forbes list in a magazine talking about your magazine. Like it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. They're gonna be like, y'all the first people to put a magazine in a magazine. Yeah, we did that. So, you know, I'm always looking ahead. I'm always saying what's next and what can we do? What can we master to get the next thing done? It's never over. It's not even going to be over when we die. And I feel like when you die, it's just passing your save game down to your children. It's like, all right, I got this far, son. What you going to do with it? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
As long as you save the game. If you don't save it, they gotta start over, and that's what we've been doing as a people for so long. Starting over. Just starting over.
But yeah, for like, let's see, you know, that is a good analogy though. You know, always growing. I feel like, you know, you got to keep growing. You know, until you know your time is up on the earth, man. You got to keep growing, keep expanding, and keep doing something.
Yeah, man. So I want to switch it up a little bit, and I wanted to ask you some things about the Alexander brand.
Yeah,
yes, sir. So what's your what's your premier product? Like what's your best, or I won't say best because everybody got different opinions. What do you sell the most? What's bought the most? You know,
in regards to what I sell the most, it would have to be my shea butter or my roll-on body oils.
Yes, sir.
Those are like the top sellers, the best sellers or whatever. And I know you sell body oils too, don't you?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It's so crazy because I didn't know that before, like a couple weeks ago, that you did the oils too. And yeah, I've been doing the oils for years, bro. For years, I got a couple sprays right here. But like, that's what I was saying. Like, it's so crazy how great minds think alike, man. My favorite body oil, probably right now, is probably either like Dior Sauvage, Golden Sand. I like frankincense. I'll be wearing a lot of Polo Black. Polo Black maker call you back. You already know. That's what I say.
Man, you need to try. I just dropped this new one. You need to try that Attar 96. Attar 96. That one right there is a. Yeah, that one right there. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up though, man. Want to get tapped into new episodes of the Motivision podcast? Please text podcast to 215-608-5670. You already know.
Born, build or destroy. God, equality, power, culture, understanding, wisdom, knowledge, cipher. Get excited. This podcast was brought to you in part by Merch Life Publishing.